Yeah. I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
America, KKK, land of the good smokers, home of the slaves. And I'm just trying to be great. Tell me, how can I live with this drama every day? I'm a light, I'm a beam in this darkness. It seems that real life is a nightmare. Can I live my dreams on this earth? Since I was young, I realized I had a destiny bigger than the fake shit that's disguised as what was best for me. Better than the hate and all the lies that be the death of me. As of late, since we've been hypnotized since elementary, thought it was my skin, but studied something that was new to me. They hate me because of what my ancient ancestors used to be. Healers, teachers, deities, not all of them were kings and queens. Our nature was natural, not supernatural. Now they call it magic and voodoo, that shit ain't practical. All the roots connected, always more to learn of that, you know. Don't let the shit go over your head. Same snakes up in the garden, but the skin just shed. They'll always try to convince you that it's all in your head. Just know you gotta do better before you hit your bed. I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they don't wanna see us win. Trying to kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of our skin. Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of our skin.
Yeah.
Can I live?
They say my rhymes cause too much excitement. Ride incitement, shit, well there's no indictments when my kinfolk get murdered by white men. Dark skin, light skin, divided and blinded. So we beef with each other, our brothers, rather than fight them. Fuck all that silence, it's time to get shit ignited. I ain't my way, low nigga, I ain't taking shit from no tars. And ain't no motherfucking nation got freedom from marching, begging for portions. Niggas ain't signing no parchments, big payback. You crackers got red in your margins, why? They broke every treaty, slaughtered the buffalo, and then they set fire to teepees. They carved their face in mountains, but we go to jail for graffiti. We fought for this country, they gave us syphilis at Tuskegee. We been getting robbed, yeah, we're the ones who stay behind bars. They take all our money, but they ain't wanna give us no jobs. Wasn't supposed to make it, but we stayed defying the odds. It's like we really only living off the grace of our God. Can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed on my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? Yo, can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed on my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
It's rolling on it. What is it?
Now you say the Most High gave us words to everybody, right? That body, you living out right now. That body, that's why you at the bus stop right now. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says, any man speak, let us speak of the oracles of God. small thing. Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man. That's right. All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm on rest for life, nigga, this a blow. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the road. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, send a curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business, this loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind fail. They said there'll be many mansions, I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair, they hunt you like Van Pelt. But ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. Or if you take that off, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest, you won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand, just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. Look, so how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga, I should want. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it, raise it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Been giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. And puff smoke, never tried to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, that's all I know. He's a photo, salute my nigga, salute my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told him I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she leave me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga, I should want. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah, yeah.
Mike is live.
Get the most high hand, man. Captain LeBron should be here shortly, I believe. I'm Precinct Officer of 1,000 Zarak, Yahweh and ISUPK under command of Juniana. Today, man, we having a scripture breakdown class here in Detroit, Michigan. You understand? We got Precinct Officer 1,000. Mashah in the building. Get that brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? The mics in the media. You know what I'm saying? We got Officer Katab, Officer Fine and Katab in the building. Get that brother a hand. Let me just check a couple of things real quick. Alright, so with that being said, what events we got coming up? We got the month of November, we got the Feast of Dedication coming up, man. It's gonna be going down, you feel me, next month.
Yeah, right.
And also, I believe 2 weeks from now will be the Vegas cookout. Got cookouts coming out. You know what I'm saying? To be out there on the West Coast, Captain Kadar, you know what I'm saying, and all those brothers and sisters out there, man. Excellent soldiers out there, man, of the Lord. Excellent brotherhood, man. You understand? And without further ado, without further ado, if anybody got any questions in the classroom, or if anybody got any questions online, man, feel free to type in those questions. Mashad, just let me know if somebody asks any questions online. You understand? I just want to share something with y'all. You know, I run into a lot of people out there, man. A lot of these fake Israelite camps, they notice something different with the UPK. I got a brother's perception on us. You know what I mean? Because he, on the outside looking in almost. Shalom, say yo, since you get that. Yeah, come on, it's in the back, sir. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we should get that. And I'm telling y'all this because this is just more to know, man, that this right here in ISUPK, this is literally the home of the truth. You know what I'm saying? I had a brother come up to me in the fake Israelite camp. He said, man, you brothers out there in One West, in the UPK, man, y'all brotherhood is something extraordinary. You understand? Like, they notice how we treat one another. You understand? They don't, like these other Israelite camps, they don't have no brotherhood for real, for real. Like, they fall out over carnal, worldly stuff and worldly issues. You understand? And I thank the Most High for the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, just off the strength of that, because we don't fall into carnality. This school, man, was built and sanctioned by the Lord, man. Strictly. Look at the protocols in this school. The protocols is perfect. The system in this school is perfect, man. You understand? Absolutely perfect to have brotherhood. Brotherhood is the strongest weapon you can ever have, man.
Yeah, right.
You understand? That's why all these camps out here, they falling out, man. All these camps out here is falling apart because they don't have something, the main key essential thing that Christ said, which was second to the greatest commandment, loving your brother like yourself. They ain't got that. They ain't gonna love one another like they love themselves, you know? So I just wanted to share that, man, just to show you, man, our brotherhood is very, very extraordinary. Our brotherhood is something special, all right? So that's one thing, man. We want to keep our brotherhood strong, man, wherever you at, you know? Whether camp you at in the city, in Detroit, you know, California, wherever you at, keep your brotherhood 100%.
Yeah, right.
You understand? Because that right there, man, that is the second to the greatest commandments, man. When it comes to following the law, statutes, and commandments. To love thy brother as thyself. All right, without further ado, man, this leads me into the topic today of whoring after other gods. All right. Now let's go ahead. Let's identify right now what's a whore. Somebody look up the definition of a whore.
Kind of, so I got it. Whore in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, page 605. A woman who habitually commits adultery or fornication, especially for hire.
For what?
For hire.
For good night, man. Now this is the definition, you know what I'm saying, according to the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, a whore is someone who's constantly committing adultery. You know, constantly committing adultery. You know, on their husband. Okay? And my first precept I want to find me that precept where it says the Lord has likened us, the children of Israel, to a delicate and comely woman.
Come on. Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
To a what?
Comely and delicate woman.
So what this talking about right here? Let's get a breakdown. Let's get, real true context of what is this talking about.
Comely concept.
What is it talking about, Qatar?
That the Most High fashion, I'm looking up comely now to make sure I got the proper understanding, but I believe comely is beautiful.
Yeah.
Kind.
So if you was to break this down, reason why we have to break this down right here, because they'll think that, people don't understand what this talking about in the earth. Us in the UPK, of course, we have a clear, direct understanding what this means, how the Lord likened Israel to a delicate and comely woman. But in the world, they'll think that, you have some idiots that don't know nothing about the Bible and say, Israel is a woman. You have people literally thinking something like that. So now you have to break this down to show, your education and what you're talking about with the scripture.
Kind.
So break this down.
They speaking, the Most High is speaking to the children of Zion, which is the children of Israel as a whole, as like a beautiful and delicate woman, as in something precious in his eyes.
Okay, give me what you got, Michelle.
One more time. It said comely and delicate. The definition of delicate is a lot of synonyms: fragile, frail, eggshell, elegant, graceful. These are all synonyms of delicate. So what the scripture is saying is that the relationship that the Most High has with Yasharala, with Israel, as if we as a people represent to him this fragile, this breakable, this dainty, and beautiful, comely, beautiful woman. As if we are married to the Lord. This is the metaphor that he's putting forth, so that we might can understand how much he loves us as a people.
That's the whole point right there, man. You know how much the Lord loves us. If you got a delicate woman, a beautiful, delicate woman, what you gonna do? You gonna protect her with all your life, right? You gonna make sure nobody harm her, look after her, guide her, lead her. You understand? That's how the Lord look at us as his children. The children of Israel, he look at us so precious as a whole nation, like a comely and delicate woman. You know what I'm saying? He look at the whole nation, man, like this nation right here, I can do something with. I can work with these people right here. Think about that though. Like if you really sit back and think about that, out of all nations in the earth, he say, man, you know what? These Israelites right here, I can work with them. I can see myself working with these people right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, a guide to them. I'm gonna favor them out of all the people on the earth. These the ones I'm gonna favor. You see what I'm saying? That's how the Lord looked at us. You see what I'm saying? Just like how you look at your woman, like, yeah, this the one I want right here. You see what I'm saying? She beautiful, submissive. You know what I'm saying? She listen to what I say. You know, she's a virtuous woman, right?
Come.
Think about that virtuous woman, man, going out and whoring on you. Like, how would you feel?
Betrayed.
You'll feel betrayed and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, who all in here had a woman that whored on them before? I have. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a woman that whored on me. That's not a good feeling. You see what I'm saying? So the way how we feel, man, think about that's how the Most High feel once the children of Israel whored on him. You see that? Once we start whoring at the other guys and stuff like that, man, you think the Lord was gonna give a damn about us or protect us? No. The same way we felt about that delicate woman, you know what I'm saying? You know, whoring herself to other men.
Come on.
That's how the Lord felt when we whored at the other guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord, man, just do not play about certain things like that. Okay? We're going to go in the book of Exodus. Let's get Exodus, the 20th chapter.
Come on. Want to start at verse 1?
You can start at 1.
Come on. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God.
I'm the most high thy power, man. That's what the Lord is saying to the children of Israel right here. You know what I'm saying? Read.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
This is what the Lord is saying right here, man. He's saying, man, I'm the most high thy power that saved you, man, out of bondage in Egypt. I'm the one that got you out of that. I saved you from all that bondage and all that headache. You understand? The Lord did that for us, which was an excellent thing, man. An excellent thing that went down in history, as in so much, man, that we celebrate the Passover every single year because of this thing. Because the Lord, man, killed every single firstborn of the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? He slaughtered our enemies and he literally got us out of that captivity. We celebrate the Passover because of those things, and we never forget where we come from, right?
Come on.
Okay. Keep reading.
Come on. Verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
This is what the Lord, man, this is what he required us to do. You understand? Like, think about that. Like, what runs in your mind when you hear this right here? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Like, after you get the understanding of what we went through in Egypt, right? You know what I mean? All that suffering and all those things we went through in Egypt, listening to Moses coming out of that captivity, right? Just think about it. Y'all done heard the story, right?
Come on.
Okay, so just get that story in your mind. And then right after the Lord, you know, make all these miracles happen, get us out of that captivity, he said, thou should have no other gods before me, right?
Come on.
Now, what would go in your mind that time? You would think like what?
There was guys in Egypt.
Say it again.
That, well, translating, I would have an understanding that he was talking about no other, like, earthly powers before him, as in looking to, like, the Pharaoh or whatnot to be their salvation and their rescue and their rest or whatnot.
I mean, not only that, I mean, of course, those things of not having no other gods before them. My point is, wouldn't you think that they would get the point after that point? You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, Michelle.
If I could, come on one. You said if you've gone through what they just gone through from Egypt, they watched the greatest army at that time in the world get slaughtered.
Right.
By the Most High.
Right.
While Israel was running for their lives.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to get away. Pharaoh had changed his mind, and now they hear word that Pharaoh was coming to get them. And Pharaoh would kill everybody before them. This is the greatest nation on the face of the earth at that time because they had all the food back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would think that they know that they serve the one true God, because he devastated Egypt. He killed the firstborn of every household in Egypt except for Israelites.
Yeah.
Except for those who painted the blood on the doorposts.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that's why we celebrate the Passover. You right? You would think they would have got it.
I'm just saying though, like, think about that though. You would literally think they would have got it, and there was many more plagues that was done in Egypt too. I mean, it was plagues going on to where people was getting sick, just like in times like this right here. Like, people was getting sick and stuff, and guess who wasn't getting sick or even getting poisoned? the children of Israel.
All right.
The Israelites wasn't getting poisoned or fazed by that. So you would think, man, like wouldn't they get the point? Like, just don't cross this barrier. Don't cross this line of serving these other guys. You see what I'm saying? Don't do that thing, because that'll cause you to be a what?
A whore.
A whore. You see that? That'll cause you literally to be a whore once you start breaking God's laws and you start serving and bowing yourself down to Christmas and serving these other entities that been here for over thousands of years. Man, you a whore, and the Lord gonna look at that man, and he's gonna wanna viciously hurt you. You see what I'm saying? So like, man, like, you would think they would have gotten the message and got the understanding right there. And the Lord said, thou shalt not have no other gods before me. Mind you, this is after he did all these miracles. He said, thou shalt not have no other gods before me, man. And guess what? Not only that, you read any further, you'll see that the children of Israel was scared, man. Matter of fact, take me to that scripture where it says, Moses will listen to you, but God, we ain't gonna listen to him. We don't even want to see his face. Yeah, find me that scripture real quick, man, because we got to bring these things out just to show you, like, how did we get to the point till we back to making ourselves whores again? Like, where did the whoredom come from? You see what I'm saying? Like, that right there has got to cycle your mind for a second. You'll think after hearing the Lord, think about this, man. They heard the Most High's voice before. You understand? And that ain't nothing pretty. And you read this Bible, man. You read about the Lord, and he's showing his appearance. People start dropping dead. Mountains start cracking. You understand? Volcanoes start erupting. All type of disasters happen when the Lord talks. You got that scripture?
Come on.
Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 20, starting in verse 18. And all the people saw the thundering and the lightning and the noise of the trumpet.
Saw the what?
Noise of the trumpet.
Read.
And the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they were moved and stood afar off.
So think about this, man. When all the people saw thundering, think about this, man. You just put this in your heads for a second, right? You hear a lot of thundering. Think about the thunder y'all be hearing outside, right? And then lightning, and then the noise of a trumpet. Think about this thundering going on, right? And at the same time this thundering is going on, it's a loud ass trumpet sounding. Think about that together. And mountain smoking. You know what a mountain smoking? That is a volcano. So think about all these things erupting and happening all in once. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not normal. It's not a normal thing to hear a trumpet, for one, loud trumpet, okay, and thundering and lightning and volcanoes erupting, mountains smoking. Like, think about that all in one. You seeing all this happen. That would make somebody boo-boo on themselves, man. Seriously.
That's right.
If you literally think about that, like, real talk, put yourself in their shoes, man, that's a scary thing. That's a scary sight to see. That's not normal.
Right.
Okay? They stood afar off. They removed themselves. Because why? They was frightened as hell, man.
Right.
They was scared out of their minds. Okay? Read.
Verse 19. And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear.
And he said, this is what they said to Moses. Moses, can you speak to us? We'll listen to you now. Read.
But let not God speak with us, lest we die.
Lest we what?
Die.
Listen to that, man. Man, they literally know, man, listening to the Lord, hearing his voice, people drop dead. You understand? Like that man, they was scared as ever, man. Like, come on now. So you would think, man, after them seeing those things and seeing those events occur like that, and that was scaring the crap out of them, you would think they'll not whore after no God, and they wouldn't even be thinking about no other God, man. How is it in the hell that they whored after other guys again? Go ahead.
And that's heavy that you say that, because 2 verses down in verse 22, it get right into idolatry, saying that the Lord said unto Moses, thus shall I say unto the children of Israel, ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make with me gods of silver, neither ye shall make unto you gods of gold. So he was dealing with idolatry right after just talking to him, and they just said, oh, we'll listen to you, Moses, you know, and then they still end up, you know, down the line going back into idolatry or order.
Like, come on now. Like, think about that, man. Y'all gotta seriously think, how in the hell you hear the Most High's voice and you end up back whoring at the other guys? How is that even possible? How did that even happen or occur, man? That gotta sink in y'all minds, man, because let me tell you something. Christ, he's coming back to make this earth perfect.
That's right.
He coming back, man, to make these Israelites perfect on this earth. And if you don't get down with it, you just gonna get straight killed. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be a quick, swift judgment. They're gonna call you swift. You understand? Because that's how fast your judgment gonna come. But man, how in the hell did it go from that to us whoring at the other guys again?
Right.
I'd like, do anybody got any clue, any inkling of a thought? Like, how did we go to, we'll serve our God, but let him not talk to us lest we die? They scared of the Most High, man. Scared as ever of the Most High. And this is the sad part. I'm going to tell you the sad part. Blame your Christian church. You can blame the Christian churches for people not being, listen, blame the Christian church for people not fearing the Most High. You can literally blame the Christian church on that. Like, the Christian church literally watered down the fact of God. So much in the fact where people say, God knows my heart. God loves me. I have a personal relationship with God. People say arrogant things like that. That's a very, very arrogant statement when people say, I have a personal relationship with God. I talk to God. Nigga, you don't talk to God.
Right.
God's voice crack mountains. And earthquakes will happen. You understand? And thundering and raining. And people will die when the Lord speaks.
Right.
What the hell you mean you talk to the Lord? You know what I'm saying? You can blame the Christian church on just watering down the fact of the Most High so much, man. You understand? Now we're going to get to some occurrences of how this actually could happen and why did this happen. How do we end up breaking God's laws all over again after getting saved out of captivity? How do we go right back into it? Go ahead, Michelle.
It's interesting. We read what Christians taught us from to be the 10 Commandments. But when Moses first came down, he came down because off the mountain from talking with the Most High, because the Most High sent him down immediately afterwards and said, look here, they messing up down there. You need to get on down there. And when he got down there, he found that they, at the bottom of the mountain, his brother had joined in with the people and built a golden calf that the people was down here worshiping. And Moses took some first tablets and threw them down as well. It seems we have a very short memory to me. They had just come out of Egypt then, had just come out, and Moses went up to get the law. And while he's up there getting the law from the Most High, they down here already worshiping a golden calf.
Good night.
You see.
Man, that's some rebellious stuff right there, man. That act is so rebellious, it don't even make no sense, man. Now you'll be able to understand Jeremiah the 17th chapter. Go to Jeremiah 17. I'm gonna show you something about Israelites. I'm gonna show you something about a certain tribe, man, that just, you know, you have to really, really learn about to understand why are they like this. Let me know when you got it out.
I'm in Jeremiah 17, coming.
Let me get it with you before you start. You had something, John?
Yeah, I pulled the same scripture.
Okay, we all there.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Katab.
You start at verse 1.
Start at verse 1.
The sin of Judah.
The sin of who?
Judah.
The sin of the tribe of Judah. Who's the tribe of Judah? Go ahead. Negroes, man. Negroes. This right here is specifically talking about this tribe right here, the tribe of Judah. All right, the sin of Judah, read.
Is written with a pen of iron and with a point of a diamond.
Good night. Good night. What is this even talking about? Anybody can give me what this scripture even mean when it say the sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron with a point of a diamond? Anybody break that down? Go ahead, Katab. Just think about it. Think about the sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron and with a point of a diamond.
The sins that they're in is like inscribed, and with the pen of iron is, you know, iron is something sturdy, especially at that time, something strong, and the point of a diamond, you know, diamonds are said to be indestructible, so it's just like it is definitely inscribed. You know, their sin is inscribed in their mind or whatnot.
Yeah, I'm right. I'll take that one. Because think about that, man. Think about this metaphor. They had to put together, man, to describe Judah's sin. Think about the metaphor they had to put together in the Bible to describe the sin of Judah. It said the sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron at the point of a diamond. Meaning what? It's engraved in them, man. Man, if you don't keep an eye on Judah, Judah will jack up. He will jack some shalom. Yabashim with that. Judah will be an ephah. Okay, if you do not keep a close eye on them Judites, they known to be sinful. No. It's in the scripture. Read some more.
It is graven upon the tablet of their heart.
Graven upon the table.
That's like in the table of their heart, and upon the horns of your altar.
So when it says graven upon the table of their heart, it's like they stamped in their heart, man, to just sin. And then give me some examples, man. Give me some examples when you talking to people about the laws of the Lord, man, and what they supposed to do. Give me the main things that they'll say. Go ahead, Mashai.
One of the phrases I hear, but for me. They'll say, well, yeah, the Bible say you're not supposed to eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. But for me, that don't apply to me. I like shrimp. I like lobster. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You see?
That's a good one. Somebody give me some more. Give me one why. Somebody will say when you bringing up the laws, you go talk to the Judite, tell them something real, what they should do, because they're Israelites, right? Tell me some things they'll say.
What I recently heard was they was talking about it being in the Old Testament, as if the Old Testament is no longer valid and we don't have to worry about that no more.
Right. That's a good one too. What about you, Katab? I know you done heard something.
Yeah, I mean, it's blatant, like, denial of the Bible and just lust after the flesh. Like, they'll literally say they understand that the Bible says this, but they have to, like, they can't give up bacon. I have to eat pork. And it's just like, pork, out of all things, you understand what the Bible said when you're saying that I can't live without pork. I can't live without this sin, even though you understand that it's a sin.
Good night.
Here's what I think is the worst. Yeah, but the Lord knows my heart.
Man, that's about the worst one I've never heard. ever. That you know what that signifies to me? You is an evil bastard. You are an evil pig, and you selfish, and you conniving. You understand? That's what that means right there. We had Jeremiah the 17th chapter of Hawaii. You understand? Like that right there, it shows me so much in a person, man. When they look at that and they be like, you know what? I mean, it's right and all, but you know, I'm me. This is how I grew up. I ain't grew up like how you grew up. They'll say anything, man, to not follow the laws of the Lord. Because it's engraved in them, man. They love that lust. They gotta go celebrate Christmas. They gotta go put on a stupid, silly ass Halloween costume. They have to. I gotta do it for the kids, man. I'm about to go put on the Superman outfit with the tights and the drawers, and it's for the kids. And I'm passing out some candy, and I'm going to the Halloween party at my job. There ain't nothing you gonna do about that, fam. I'm going to the Halloween party, fam. Like, think about that. Go ahead, Gonzalo.
And it's heavy now because we being in the pandemic or in the ins and outs of a pandemic, they still, after they lust of these holidays and idol gods, and they don't even understand that most of these holidays are worship of idols or pagan deities or whatnot.
Damn sure.
They still gonna send their kid out door to door to get candy amongst COVID.
Man, listen. It's like they got stronger. It's like it got worse, man. You get a situation with the pandemic, the COVID. It's a whole plague on the earth, man. That's killing people, literally killing men, women, children. That virus that's out there, that plague, do not discriminate. That plague don't have no type of discrimination. You understand? Michelle, you had anything, God?
If they don't know, that's the preacher's fault. But a lot of them, because of the work that the ISUPK has done, do know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then our people, Negroes, can justify anything in their minds.
Yeah.
And again, that's the Christian preacher's fault, because he's giving them ways to justify that.
Damn right. Like, let me tell you how evil and wicked disgusting that Christian pastor is. He gives them the tactics to make them feel good, like they were on top no matter what. John 3:16, God so loved the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord, all I gotta do is say that I'm saved, man, and I'm good. They literally think these silly ass things, man. Not recommending the fact that you pissing the Lord off when you celebrating and you serving other gods. You know what I'm saying? You not taking, think how sick that is. Like, think how sick that is. That's like your woman going out committing adultery on you and saying you know her heart and you love her despite, you know what I'm saying, you saved by her. I mean, she saved by you and you still in her favor. That looks so dumb. That's like what we saying when we say, God knows my heart, when we going out here doing absolutely something that's gonna get us killed. Like serve Halloween, celebrate birthdays and Christmas, and just worshiping these false entities. And then think about that though. The Lord, man, you committing whoredom on the Most High, man. And we just brought up the good scenario of a woman committing whoredom out on you.
Right.
And you justifying your whoredom. That's like she justifying her whoredom against you. You see how much sense that started to make? That don't make sense at all.
Right.
So you know what you really doing? You know what these Christian pastors really doing when they setting people up like that? They setting them up to die for real. Because now you justifying the fact that you just celebrated a birthday. And you justifying it with God? You associated that with the Lord, man? Man, we're gonna learn today, man. Go ahead.
And like for that response, I know this was Dr. Barr's verse that he usually pull when people talk about the Lord know my heart. Jeremiah 17:9 says the heart is deceitful above all things.
Damn right.
And desperately wicked.
Desperately wicked.
Who can know it? So yeah, the Most High know that your heart is wicked.
The Most High know that you are a disgusting bastard.
God.
He do know your heart.
God, right?
You understand? He know you so much that he about to send a death angel to your ass, and you gonna get put to death.
Damn right.
Because you got a smart mouth. Your mouth, man, to get you in so much trouble. It's in the Bible. You understand? Go ahead.
In the words of General Muhammad, you got a fresh mouth.
Yeah. Your mouth, man, will get you in trouble for real.
God.
Its power is within that tongue, man. Of good and evil comes with forth out your tongue. That's in the Bible.
Damn right.
And imagine how much silly stuff that a Judite will say, man, and be arrogant when it comes to the Most High about his wickedness. God put the little strands of the weed on the earth so I can smoke this thing. The Lord put this down here for me.
It's an herb.
It's a herb and it's good.
Right.
Like, come on, man. You see those things, but we're going to learn, man. Let's go to Judges, the 2nd chapter.
Come.
It's like that motherfucker good.
What?
But they not understanding that they've been tricked so much in their whoring that Proverbs 28:9 said, "He that turneth his ear away, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law." So they think all they got to do is pray.
Right.
If I pray, do you want me to pray for you? When Christians ask me, do you want me to pray for them? I tell them, hell no.
Oh, wait.
No, pray for me.
Hey, get a brother a hand. Get that brother a hand. Give him a shot hand. You understand? You don't, listen, I'm going to tell you all this right now. That's a big, huge misconception, man. People think they can just say some words to the Lord and it's just like magic. They look at God like he's in a Houdini genie magic bottle or something. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how they look at God, man. And it's very sad and it's very deceiving. Okay? Because the scriptures say, man, love not in word. Your words mean nothing to the Most High. You understand? It's your actions. It's the things that you actually do. You see what I'm saying? The things that you actually do, man, is what matters to the Most High, man. You understand? That's what matters. Not your hey, Mashab. I'm searching. He 5,000. The point is, man, the scriptures say, love not in word, but in your deeds. Your deed is your work. The Lord don't care about what you say. You can say you love the Lord. Lord, please forgive me for all the sins that I've done, and this and that. You can ask as much forgiveness as you want. The Lord is still going to kill you. The Lord is still going to punish you. You see what I'm saying? All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go to the book of Judges, the 2nd chapter. Go ahead and read. Start at verse 1.
Judges chapter 2, starting at verse 1. And an angel of the Lord came up from Gilgal to Bochum and said, I made you to go up out of Egypt and have brought you unto the land which I swear unto your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you.
You see that? That's what the angel said, man. Bringing the children of Israel out of that land of Egypt. Keep going.
No. I'm just checking
Keep Keep going.
Verse 2. And ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land. Ye shall throw down their altars, but ye have not obeyed my voice.
Ye have not did what?
Obeyed my voice.
They had specific instructions to do, man. The children of Israel, when they went in that land, they were supposed to tear them altars down.
Right. Come.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what they did? They did whatever they wanted to do, which was the most dangerous thing they could have ever done in their life. Read.
Come. No, and ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land. Ye shall throw down their altars, but ye have not obeyed my voice. Why have ye done this?
Dang. This is the Lord asking, why have you done this? You see what I'm saying? You haven't obeyed my orders. Why have you disobeyed?
Come.
Right? Read.
Verse 3. Wherefore I also said, I will not drive them out from before you, but they shall be as thorns in your side.
They should be as what?
Thorns in your side.
Man, the Lord flipped on the children of Israel. You see what I'm saying?
Come.
This is like the real seriousness of whoring after other gods, man. When you're whoring after other gods, after the Lord told you, man, not to do those things, the Lord will switch up on you fast. And that's what the Lord did. He said, I'm not going to drive these people away from y'all. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make these people a thorn in your sides. Good night. You look at that today, right now, and guess what? These nations are a thorn in our sides right now.
Yeah, right.
Like, think about that, man. These nations literally is on top of us. You got Arabs, got gas stations in your communities. Not their communities, not in Dearborn. I'm talking about in yours.
Right.
They got grocery stores, convenience stores, Dunkin' Donuts, all that in black people neighborhoods. They're benefiting off you. They're taking your money. Go ahead, Michelle.
Come. And that's the physical thing that we can see. Certain things that we act like we can't see, but we can see, is that they come with a whole different philosophy. They got the Arab and the Muslim philosophy. They got the East Indian philosophy and teaching.
Right.
They got all that different teaching too. So you can even talk to our people about the Most High. Right. Shabbat Lord Christ. You out here? Come. Okay. Lord Christ.
How about you, man?
Keep going.
Can I piggyback off of that one?
Say it again.
Can I piggyback off of that one?
No, go ahead.
And just like y'all were bringing out how the other nations will be a thorn in his side, that's one of the curses in Deuteronomy 28, 43-45. And the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Mm-hmm. So like you were saying, all the gas stations and the liquor stores that the Muslims own, and you got the Asians, they got the nail shops and the Chinese. So it's just like, and then we gotta always go to them for everything. They raise their prices, they give us dirty and old food, they don't, they keep the facilities atrocious. Like you open the beer thing, it's like mold on the thing. It's just like they don't care, you know. Man. They're in that power position, and we gotta deal with it because, you know, we're very low, as the curse said.
Yeah, right. And then look at it more deeper. Look how they look at you. Look how these heathens look at you, man. These heathens think that they better than you. They do not look at you like you are the children of God. Right. They look at themselves like they the children of God more than you. Seriously. You understand? Like these other nations, When they say, man, that they're gonna be a thorn in your sides, they can literally beat the hell out of you. They can literally kill you, and guess what? No justice will be served for you. You see that?
Yeah, right.
Like, that's just really what it is, man. The Lord, man, do not be playing, man. The Lord do not play with that. Yeah, how about shimmy out, shimmy out, shimmy out? You understand? Go ahead, keep reading.
Come. But they shall be as thorns in your sides, and their gods shall be a snare unto you.
Hold on, they what?
Their gods shall be a snare unto you.
Their gods is going to trap you. It's going to be like a mark of the beast on you. You understand? They gods. You know how hard it is for black people to get their mindsets out of Christianity?
Right.
You know how hard it is for some black people that's raised up in Muslim families to get the Assalamu Alaikum out of their head?
Right. Come.
You know how serious they take those things? You got down there in Philly. I went down there in Philly and almost every single man down there had a dress on.
That's it.
A Muslim dress on, and they had, you know what I'm saying, the roll up rugs, and they prayed 12 times a day just like theirs. And the Lord said this thing in so much that this will happen. The Lord say, man, that he gonna make these gods be snares unto you. It's gonna trap you, man. Keep going.
Come. Verse 4, and it came to pass, when the angel of the Lord spake these words unto the children of Israel, that all the people lifted up their voice and wept.
They did what?
Lifted up their voice and wept.
They lifted up their voice, man, and they cried because of this, man. They know that they committed a great offense against the Most High, and that the curses was coming. Go ahead.
And that verse is so heavy because that just, and I mean the Bible itself is just so heavy because it links up with other things just to further like prove the point. But like when you look at Deuteronomy 7 and you start at verse 3, this is why the law is so important when it says, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his sons, nor his daughter until thou take unto thy son. For they will turn, verse 4, for they will turn thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So the anger of the Lord will be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
And that's exactly what's happening, man.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? Like right here, what you noticing? They knew that these curses was coming. They done jacked up for real.
Yeah, right.
They didn't listen to the Lord. And it's kind of mind-boggling to me because they came out of Egypt and seen these plagues. They seen, you know what I'm saying, the power of the Most High for real. Yet they still sin. That's mind-boggling. That's like, when are you going to get it? When are you going to realize, man, you can't whore at the other guys? When you going to get it, man? When you going to realize, man, you can't celebrate these other guys, these other entities, these images, these graven images. You can't do none of these things, man. You see what I'm saying? Like that right there, that's like your woman whoring on you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You know how that feel? Your woman whore on you? That's how the Lord feel when we whored on him. You see what I'm saying?
Come.
Now go down to verse 9.
Come. Verse 9. And they buried him.
Hold on, go to 8.
So like come. Verse 8. And Joshua, the son of Nun, the servant of the Lord, died being 110 years old.
So this was when Joshua died, right? Keep going.
Verse 9. And they buried him in the border of his inheritance in the Timnath-Heres in the mountain of Ephraim on the north side of Ga'at.
Okay, keep going.
Verse 10. And also all that generation were gathered unto their fathers, and there arose another generation after them, which knew not the Lord.
Hold on, which what?
Knew not the Lord.
Hold on. Now this where the flip come in now.
Come.
All right. So now you noticing, man, a generation of Israelites coming which knew not the Most High. This generation right here, we about to learn about him. Keep going.
Nor that yet the works which he had done for Israel.
So they don't know the Lord. They don't know nothing about the Most High. They don't know none of the works that the Lord had done for the children of Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yeah, but the slave man called us in early, so. I know we gotta talk to Todd.
Come, sir.
Give me up.
Come, sir. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah. So just let that sink in, y'all. Lock that door if you could, or while you're at the water. Now we're about to get into where the table's about to turn now, y'all. All right. But this what we learning, where the generation coming up which did not know the Most High. Okay, that's what the scriptures say, right? Read it again.
Come. Judges chapter 2 and verse 7.
And make sure y'all get this in y'all precept books. You know what I'm saying? And get this in y'all notes as well. The reason why I say this, because this is a very big hit in history that y'all gonna need. All right, keep going.
Judges chapter 2 and verse 10 actually. And also all that generation were gathered. Oh, sorry.
You right.
Were gathered unto their fathers, and there arose another generation after them.
So this is the generation after them, right? Read.
Which knew not the Lord.
Which what?
Knew not the Lord.
This generation did not know the Lord. Didn't know the laws, statutes, and commandments. They ain't know the Most High.
Right.
They're not familiar with the Lord, man.
Right.
Read.
Nor yet the works which he had done for Israel.
Nor did the miracles, you know what I mean? The protection that the Lord gave to the Israelites, they don't know nothing about this.
Yeah, right.
That's like people in America right now. That's like Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians right now in America. They do not know the Lord. Only people that's valid that know the Most High is the men and women in the Israelite School, University of Practical Knowledge, Honor Commander Junior Honor. That's the only people that know the Most High. Everybody else in America, they don't know who the Lord is. They don't know nothing about him. The miracles he performed, his works that he do. They know nothing about the Most High, man. Think about that.
Right.
Read.
Come.
Go to 11.
Verse 11. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord.
They did what?
Evil in the sight of the Lord.
So they committing great evils, man, in the earth around this time. Around this time, they started doing treacherous stuff. Keep going.
And served Baalim. Verse 12. And they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods.
Did what?
Followed other gods.
Good night. This nation right here, this generation was a crazy generation. No morals, no morality. You know what I'm saying? Doing whatever the hell they want to do. That generation sounds like my generation almost.
Right.
Good. Now, I hate to say it like that, but,
Right.
you know, you got the LGBTQ community out here. You got the feminist movement, who run the world, girls, the hot girl summers, the scammer, the drug dealer, all of that.
Right.
Like, this is crazy. Keep going.
Of the gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to
So
anger.
they provoked the Most High to anger, man. All right, keep going.
Verse 13. And they forsook the Lord and served Baal and Ashtaroth.
They served Baal and Asherah. Somebody go look up Asherah. Look up the origins of Asherah. Good night, man. No, look it up. You can look it up on Google.
What popped up for me is Asherah. Also, Asherah, Ashtaroth, and Astara. In demonology, is the great duke of hell in the first heresy within, with Bezalel and Lucifer. He is part of the evil trinity. He is a male figure, most likely named after the Near Eastern goddess Astarte. I think that's all I got on that.
So this is a Greek mythological god, man, Asherah, right? They was worshiping this, man. Think how evil they had to be. Look, they going following heathens though. They following and going after other guys. And this was one of their guys they were serving. Think about that. We're gonna get more deeper into Asherah because it's incredible. I'm gonna have to holler at Dariala on it. Some more of a man. This is deep. Keep going.
Verse 14. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel.
It was what?
Hot against Israel.
These are the precepts to show you, man, what really the Lord hates for real. If his anger was hot against you, I mean the Lord was ready to do something for real to you. You see that? Keep going.
And he delivered them into the hands of the spoilers that spoiled them. And he sold them unto the hands of their enemies round about.
He did what?
Sold them into the hands of their enemies round about.
So let me show you the real, true, cruel, harsh punishment of Israelites. When you go and serve other gods, you get ready to go right back into captivity, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We've been stuck in this captivity for what, over 500 years of eternity right now? Just about. Because of the sins of our forefathers. Because we decided to serve other gods, man. We stuck in this hellhole right now, called America. We stuck in these conditions right now because we wanted to serve Christmas and birthdays and holidays and Easter. Like, think about that, man. You want to know the beautifulest thing about this? Will make this hell a little bit more comfortable. The Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Uncommanded Junior Honor. Because you know what we really doing? We're really putting the work in, man, to get out of this hell. So we won't have to go through this again so Christ can come back. And we get saved out of this hell, man, and guess what? They say this is the last captivity we're going through. Y'all do understand that, right?
Okay.
So, with that being said, We got work to do, Aki.
Damn right.
We got work to do. There's a lot of people still out there celebrating birthdays and Thanksgiving and Halloween. We got work to do, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Serious work to do. Nah. You gonna have, because they Judites, a lot of people that's Judites out here in Detroit, they got that mindset of, I'm gonna do what I want regardless. I'm gonna keep celebrating my birthday and all that. But what we can do is give them that warning. Sound that trumpet, that alarm. Because guess what? These plagues ain't stopping. It's gonna get worse.
Right.
This is the beginning of sorrows for America, man. America is shutting down day by day. You understand?
All right.
Got any more on that?
I had pulled up, like when you was talking, a couple other precepts popped in my mind in Deuteronomy 12.
Okay.
It's 1 and 12 and 4, and then pretty much reiterates itself a little deeper at the end of the chapter, but it's going into idolatry. Well, I just read the 31 one. I started 29. Deuteronomy verse 12 and verse 29. When the Lord thy God shall cut off the nations from before thee, whither thou goest to possess them, thou shalt succeedest them and dwellest in their land. Take heed to thyself that thou not be snared by following them. After that they be destroyed from their before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Even so I will do likewise. Verse 31. Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy God, for every abomination to the Lord which he hateth have they done unto their God. For even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods. So it's just like when people say, well, we're not celebrating this, we're changing this and we're doing it for God, like they say with Thanksgiving, they change Thanksgiving like they're doing it for God. This is the same thing he just corrected. How did the other nations serve? They go, well, we'll do that way. We'll serve our God the same way. He just said, don't serve me the way they serve their gods.
Right.
They did every abomination. So we go into these holidays serving their gods and trying to make it and put God's name on it, like Christmas, God's name on Christmas. And you can't do that.
No, and also that was done in the Council of Nicaea as well. It was done in the Council of Nicaea to really put in these evil and false gods, man, and somehow make it contrast with the Bible. Alright. Go to Judges 2 and 15. Show you how evil the Lord can get, man. The Lord can switch on the Israelites, man. That's what people don't understand. People got this notion that God will just love you no matter what you do. No matter if you filthy, disgusting, whore, bastard, Jew you. The Lord just gonna always love you because of the blood that runs through your veins and you black and you dark skinned. The Lord will literally kill you, man.
Yeah, right.
And we're gonna read it.
Go
ahead.
Judges chapter 2 and verse 15. Whithersoever they went out, the hand of the Lord was against them for evil.
Hold on, the hand of the Lord was what?
Against them.
No, for them.
Against them.
God knows my heart.
Against them.
The Lord was against them, man. Read.
For evil.
For good.
For evil.
The Lord knows, my path, man, God got me.
For evil.
Yeah, he got your ass all right.
Come.
Keep going.
As the Lord has said, and as the Lord has sworn unto them, and they were greatly distressed.
They were greatly what?
Distressed.
What is the state of Israelites right now in America?
Great distress.
They greatly distressed.
Right.
That goes to show you that the Lord is not with them. The Lord ain't with no sinners, man. He really don't have no respect of persons to nothing. You see what I'm saying? No matter if you rich or poor, the Lord, man, Israelites right now in America, they are greatly distressed. They wonder how they gonna pay their bills, how they gonna make it through the year. That's crazy, man.
Damn right.
Meanwhile, you got your oppressor, he ain't even worried about this year. His vacation times, all his planning is already done. He planning on next year.
Damn right.
Probably the year after that right now, on the things he want to do. Meanwhile, you sitting back wondering how you gonna pay your goddamn bills, man.
Right.
How the hell you gonna make a living? How you worried about not getting fired at your job?
Come on.
Greatly distressed, man.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 16. Nevertheless, the Lord raised up judges, which delivered them out of the hands of those that spoiled them. Verse 17.
And then guess what? The Lord loved his children that he did what? He raised up judges. So they won't utterly get destroyed.
Come.
Let's see how that went. Go. Read.
Verse 17. And yet they will not hearken unto their judges.
They will not do what?
Hearken unto their judges.
I just seen the wire shake his head no, like these people is crazy.
Come.
Like, come on, man.
Come.
After the Lord was just greatly, evilly against you, you know what the Lord, you know how great the Lord is? He's like, you know what? I'm going to send somebody down there that's going to get them to their aid, man. It's going to help them.
Come.
And then you still don't hearken, you don't listen? Yikes. You know what makes yourself then? We're going to read it. We're going to read and see what happens with that.
Come. But they went a-whoring after other gods.
They did what?
Went a-whoring after other gods.
Good night. Read.
And bowed themselves unto them. They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked in.
Damn, they turned real quick. They turned quickly from the law, statutes, and commandments. Read.
Obeying the commandments of the Lord, but they did not so.
Good night. Read.
Verse 18. And when the Lord raised them up judges, then the Lord was with the judge and delivered them out of the hand of their enemies all the days of the judge. For it repented the Lord because of their groanings by reason of them that were oppressed them and vexed them.
Good night. Man. Did you hear that?
Come.
That is crazy. Keep going.
Verse 19. And it came to pass when the judge was dead that they returned and corrupted themselves more than their fathers.
More than their fathers, they corrupted themselves. Good night. They doing worse than their forefathers. Think about that. Think about how crazy that is, man. Your forefathers already done jacked up with the Most High. You come along, your generation do worse than what your forefathers did.
Right.
Good night. Y'all see the pattern though? Like, do y'all see the pattern? Just generation after generation after generation. Let's take it back from the 1800s to the 1900s. You know what I'm saying? To the 1950s. Think about the times in the 1950s. Then the 70s. Then the 80s, crack era. Think about that generation.
Right.
Then think about the generation after the crack era.
Right.
It's like we have gotten worse. Like the scriptures say. Doing worse than our fathers. You can't say that these things ain't true. You can't say that these things not real, because if you look at the condition of the Israelites still today, look at the generations. Look at the generation from the 1900s to the 2000s, and you tell me what's the difference. You understand? You look at Israelites, how they were acting and performing and behaving in the 1950s, those women showing everything.
Wow.
No. And guess what? As Israelite culture, our women don't show nothing. That's just our culture. You dress in modest apparel anyway. Women was doing that in the 1950s. Now, everybody see you naked. Everybody know, you know what I'm saying, how your body and your secret parts look now. Ain't that something?
Right. Man.
Ain't that crazy though?
Yeah, right.
This generation has gotten worse. Alright, keep going.
In following other gods to serve them and to bow down unto them, they cease not from their own doings, nor from their stubborn way.
And they don't seek to change their stubborn ways, man. You know, they don't seek to change none of that. Keep going.
Kind of verse 20. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel.
It was what?
Hot against Israel.
And they got the Lord there to that point again. When they say hot against Israel, meaning it's about to go down, man. Read.
And he said, because that this people have transgressed my covenant, which I commanded their fathers, and have not hearkened unto my voice. Verse 21, I also will not henceforth drive out any of before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died.
Read.
Verse 22, that through them I may prove Israel, whether they will keep the way of the Lord to walk therein, as their fathers did keep it, or not.
Read.
Verse 23, therefore the Lord left those nations without driving them out hastily, neither delivered he them into the hand of Joshua.
Good night. So it gets deeper, man. It starts showing you, once you start reading in Judges, start going through them chapters, you're going to look at all the captivities that the Israelites had to go through because they just couldn't get it right. Preferably the whole Bible is about Israelites never getting it right.
Right.
They have yet to get it right with the Lord. They always jacking up, following after other gods. Somehow we end up just following after other gods somehow. It's just amazing, man. And not in a good way. It's just so you to think like how what the scriptures say is true about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Nobody can say that this is fake.
Right.
Let's go to the scripture where it says Israel is stiff-necked and rebellious.
Come on. Exodus chapter 32 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
It's a what?
Stiff-necked people.
What is this talking about? I'll take this one for right now. Go ahead. While you find me the other one where it says stiff-necked and rebellious. But let's go off this. What is this talking about? The Lord viewing. Even in Moses' time, the Lord, man. Go ahead, Katak.
Because they just was just freed or saved from the captivity under Pharaoh in Egypt. And looking at verse 8, I'll read it real quick. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. So just like we was reading in Judges, they hastily turned back. They turned away from obeying the commandments of God. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it. So they went back to idolatry and started bowing down to other gods again, and have sacrificed thereunto and said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which I have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And verse 9, and the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stubborn and stiff neck.
Good night. The point is, we're making, you know what I'm saying all of that, it's like, they'll listen for a little. That's like them people, man, that hear this truth. They be like, man, I be hearing what y'all saying. It be for real. It be good. And they'll just go right back to smoking weed fast. Go get to messing with some $2 hoe so quick. It's like we never even said nothing to them, man. They go right back into their sinful ways so fast, man. Like, think about that. That is a sickness. Like, that right there is sickening. Man, that's sickening me to my stomach right now. Just talking about it or thinking about it. Like, think about that, man. You think about that right now. You go drop the truth on a brother or sister, and they just like, man, this is, dang, that what you saying is for real, man.
Right.
And I feel it 100%. They like they with it for real. You see them 2 seconds later, man, puffing on a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Talking about all the abominations he about to get into, about all the birthday parties he about to attend. It's like you said nothing.
Right.
It's like what you said had no impact on him.
Okay.
Man, that's a sickness, man. You know how sick that is?
That's almost insanity too.
I'm trying to tell you, I think about that though. Y'all gotta really go into the depths of why this is so sickening. You show them the real true God. Do not approve of their lifestyle. You show them literally in the Bible, it's a sin to eat pork. You're not allowed to eat that. And they see it for themselves. And they be like, you know what, you right. Next minute later, they is chewing down on a pizza with pepperoni on it. Pork pepperoni on it, man.
Okay.
It's like it just did not register with them. And they heard it. They heard the truth. They know that it's against God. But you know that demon don't want to let up on them. That demon got control of them, man.
Come on.
That's another thing I'm starting to realize too, man. Once you start dropping that truth on them real good and heavy, they demons don't want to let them go. Them demons don't want them in the truth at all. So then they get suffocated into the they demons that they have, that hindered them from coming into the school in the first place. It's just real deep, man, how the children of Israel just stiff-necked. You got that scripture for me, Awhoring?
I think so, sir.
All right, go ahead.
It's Deuteronomy 31-27.
Sounds just about right.
For I know thy rebellion and thy stiff neck. Behold, while I am yet alive with you this day, ye have been rebellious against the Lord. And how much more after my death?
Good night. Y'all know who this talking, right? It's Moses. Moses telling them, man, y'all some rebellious people. And so much that y'all is going to be rebellious after I'm dead. Ain't no telling what y'all going to do and how y'all going to end up. That makes our job so much more heavier when you really get to understand your people. You see that, Akim? You see the burden that we really have now, for real?
Damn right.
That burden is so heavy and so strong. We gotta watch out, man. Because them people are sick. That's why we done watching. You understand? We look out for our people. Making sure, man, we teaching them how to keep the laws. Teaching good. That's what teaching good is. Teaching them the laws. Teaching them how to be righteous, man. Allowing yourself to have a righteous lifestyle.
Right.
But man, it's like they gotta commit that evil, man. Like in Jeremiah, when it say Judah, the sin of Judah is written with an iron pen on their heart, man. Like they a slave to sin, man. Just like how we slaves to Christ, they slaves to sin and Satan. You see that? Any more? Anybody else got anything else?
I got a couple more just precepts on pretty much.
Go ahead. That's good.
Jeremiah 3:8, and I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also.
Good night.
So it's just like
that is the precept to Jeremiah 17. But go ahead, what you were saying?
I was just gonna say we like in this verse alone, we seen what the Most High did to Israel, which is the northern kingdom. Yet we still went along and did the same thing. Like we seen the northern kingdom get kicked out, and then the southern kingdom, Judah, we went and did the same, played the same hoe harlot that the northern kingdom did. So it is almost like insanity. It's just like, man, you just got your butt whooped. You just got punched in your mouth for doing it. You just gonna go back and do it again? It's like a dog the dog returning to his own vomit. That precept too.
Yeah, right. The thing is, and it's so heavy with that brother bringing up, because the thing is with it, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. It's the same exact way how they acting right now.
Damn right.
You see that? In the Bible, all it's doing is clarifying how they act right now. There's a whole plague out on the earth, and black people still do not listen to the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Black people still refuse, man, to listen to us. We tell them to don't go celebrating Thanksgiving. Don't go celebrating Christmases. Don't go celebrating these other guys, man. And you know what they do? They go do it anyway. Now there's a whole plague on the earth. We tell them to go get the vaccine. They say no. People dying at a crazier rate now.
Right.
Go ahead.
And I was just gonna bring up that Revelation 18:4. Since you was dealing with the plague, when it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." Yeah,
that's what we do.
Come.
We've been telling, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come out of that whore, man.
Come.
Get out of that whore called America. Get your mind out of being so infatuated with this place. Because this place is destined to be destroyed by God. You understand? This is an excellent precept that the brother just, pulled. Because it goes to show you the metaphor as what it's speaking. The metaphor is a dirty woman that God telling you to get away from. Get away from this woman.
Damn right.
Get away from this woman, because this woman is about to be destroyed. If you don't want to have none of those plagues and diseases that this woman is about to get away from her.
Damn right.
That's what this metaphor is saying, man. America, come out of America, man. Come out of they everyday habitations.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? America is in love with birthdays.
Damn right.
America is in love with lustful, sinful, creations. That's made to destroy you forever, practically.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? So man, these precepts, man, is 100% on point. And guess what? We whored against the Most High. We committed whoredom against the Lord, man. You know what it's time to do? Leave that hoe alone. It's time for us to stop committing whoredom against the Most High, man. He's not playing about that. And as you can see, you know what that leads to, right? Captivity.
Right.
That leads you into, you know what I'm saying, further more hell. So y'all need to get y'all minds right and focus on not ever committing any whoredom. Give me some example of committing whoredom against the Most High. Go ahead.
I gotta read Precept for it real quick. Ezekiel, Jeremiah 10, 10 starting at verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Read.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
They just made at the signs that are in heaven, man. They
They
fear what's in the sky. They fear the stars. They worship the stars and the astrology system. They fear all of that. That Greek mythology. Read.
Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain.
The customs of the people are what?
Vain.
They vain, man. Meaningless.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? Like those things that they worship, celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving, holidays, birthdays, that is meaningless, man. And you know me, I never could get it. I never could understand it, man. Once I found out the truth, and I realized these holidays, birthdays, and all that was disgusting and to God. Once I realized it was literally disgusting to the Most High, I let it all go without thinking about it.
Damn right.
It was a no-brainer. It wasn't a big deal for me to give up Christmas.
Right.
Wasn't that big of a deal for me to give my birthday up. Wasn't that big of a deal for me to give up Easters.
Right.
But once I looked out there in that world and I seen people just can't give it up, I said, man, this is a big sickness out here in this earth, man. These people really sick in their head, man. To the point where you have to celebrate your Mother's Day? You gotta buy her a gift? Your person tell you when to celebrate your mama? Man, it's just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. People be like, I just can't get away from holidays. That's why all my family come together and such and such and such. It's just a very sad thing, man. It just shows you how destroyed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are once you have a mindset, you think you can't stop celebrating birthdays, man.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Go ahead, Guitar.
And it's heavy that on just a simple scale that they say they know the Bible, they say they love God, they say they love Jesus, but you will celebrate every holiday that man came up with. But we don't never see you at Passover. We don't never see you at Feast of Dedication. None of the holy days that Christ followed, but you'll follow Memorial Day, 4th of July, your mama's birthday, Mother's Day, all of that. But nothing for the Most High, though.
That's real deep and heavy too,
Nothing for the Most High.
That's real deep and heavy too, I'm gonna tell you something. People love them birthday parties.
Man.
Let me tell you, they go to birthday parties. This is a birthday party every week. Somebody has somebody's birthday party or taking off to go celebrate somebody else's birthday. Like that thing is so disgusting, man. Mm-hmm. And our people is just not trying to pull away from them things, man. The sad part, once I did find out the truth and I started applying it to my life, once I hear people say about birthdays like it's a normal thing, it cringes me.
Right.
It makes me cringe that you think that that's a normality. Like people will talk about birthdays like it's second nature, nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing to do. For real, for real. like second nature, man. You talking about something that's kin and very evil to get you killed by the Most High. You talk about it like it's second nature to something great and good. And you associate that thing with your kids. Now your kids gonna grow up knowing other gods.
Right.
Like, man, it's just, there's a lot, man. Hey, do me a favor, go in that comment section. See if anybody had any questions or anything like that.
Okay.
But today's topic is just heavy because whoring after other gods, man, it comes a big price you gotta pay for that, man. Go to the restream. You know what to go to, right? Katab, go there. Why? Just pay attention to what Katab doing. Got any questions, anything?
I don't remember what verse we was on. That she was saying. No, we was in the Old Testament, right? Sister Zaria asked the scripture about, she kind of said what we were saying. She didn't understand why they didn't get it right the first time, even after the Most High showed when he was with us. You know, like we just kept, it's almost like that precept, a dog returning to his own vomit. Like, it's the lust of our flesh. We had that sin was in it. We seen the so-called partying or the customs of the other nations, what the Most High already just said was vain, and we went after them. We wanted to do what they were doing. We wanted to live like they were living. And it was just a cycle. And like you said, even now we're doing the same thing today. It happened back in Moses, he brought it out of Egypt, it happened with the Assyrians, and it happened through Judges, so it's just like the same thing is happening today. But like that precept in 2nd Judges where it said, and we hearken not unto the commandments, we pretty much didn't follow after what our forefathers followed, and we listened not to the commandments. So that was like that changing point. It's just like we didn't uphold the traditions of our fathers. We didn't keep the commandments of the Most High. And then the next generation, they didn't even know the Most High.
Yeah.
It was just like that gap right there. Now you have a bunch of, it's just like now when you gave the example about crack babies. Like, you got a generation of 70s, 80s babies that came out on drugs. Their mom was on drugs, daddy's on drugs, so their lifestyle that they grew up in was just drug infested. So they either got on drugs or succumbed to the lifestyle around drugs, whether it's thieving, you gang banging, you're whoring, you're selling you're selling your butt for a crack rock or whatnot. And this is because they didn't even know the God of their forefathers. They had no clue about what he did for us, just like back then. And now that's what our job is today, to bring it back to the forefront. Like Romans 12:4 said, 15:4, whatsoever was written aforetime was written for our learning. So we need to actually go back and realize, this is what the Most High did for us. This is how our fathers behave. And when they behave this way, we was on top. When they behave this way, God wumped us up. You know, it's just one of those things. Yep. But I hope I answered the question, but it was the Old Testament too that we was reading from.
God. The main thing is, man, with it, is this. It's time to really put those things aside for real. Like, when we gonna learn that the Lord, man, is just not playing with us? You understand? Like, when we gonna learn that the Lord, that this is actually real. This is not even fake. Like, come on, man. Like, You know how dangerous it is to have Israelite blood and Israelite veins running through you and you going and just doing anything you want to do in life? It's extremely dangerous, man.
Damn right.
Like, people downplay that fact and they act like they just any normal person. They can do just anything they want to do. Christmas, celebrate those things and be like heathen. I'm gonna give it to you in today's form. Being like your oppressor, okay? Being like these other nations and feeling nothing is gonna happen to you for it. Like, come on, man. Like, people really believe that the blood that run in their skin, man, and the stuff that we believe in don't have no effect to them. They just think that's just our personal beliefs and something that we just choose to believe in, when actually this is actually true, man. And we are cursed people because we don't want to get it right with the Most High. Like, come on, man. Black people, we gotta start waking up, man. It's time to start waking up, getting out that slumber, man.
Damn right.
Get out that slumber, get out that sleep, and get into the ISUPK under command of Jenny Hunter.
Damn right.
Because that is going to set you right on how to live your life for real. You as a whole nation of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you don't know how to live your life. You don't know how to dictate your life. The ISUPK does, though. The UPK can dictate your life and show you how to live as an Israelite, the way you're supposed to live. You leave it up to your mama, you leave it up to your grandpa, your granddaddy that's in that Christian church, you're going to be cursed, man. Your family is going to hate one another, going to be killing up one another. You understand? It ain't going to be no peace until you get it right with the Most High, man. What is it going to take for Israelites to get it right? What is it going to take? What's it going to take for them, man, to take the steps and the precautions, man, and come into the school? You understand? Like, these the things, these are the major steps we got to take. We Zephaniah 2:1.
Come. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
O nations that desire.
Not desired.
And guess what nations that are desired? White folks are desired in this earth. They run the whole entire earth. They got commercials, man, that they sound after. You know what I'm saying? The big corporations ran by them. People love white people. People love Arabs because of their wealth. You know who not desired? You, Negroes.
Right.
You Hispanics, wetbacks, Native Indians, savages. Y'all not desired. You looked at as the bottom of the barrel. You looked at as low, what they call as low class citizens.
Right.
That's what you getting looked at as.
Second class citizens. Come.
Whatever, which one it may be, you know. But you the ones that's not desired.
Right.
The Lord said that for the ones that's not desired, the minorities gather together. Read.
Come. Verse 2. Before the decree, bring forth.
Keep going.
Before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
So before Christ returned and he rained down his judgment, the Lord telling us and commanding us to gather together, man. Telling us to do that. Alright, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close the class. And have Precept. Also, while you come up and read the security announcements, clap up for the Lord. Go ahead, Kassan.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK starting out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When the new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to another brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, which means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the feast of dedication. And remember, we also got the barbecue in Los Angeles coming up as well. Check on the website for the exact date and time. Las Vegas, if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, and headband. And with that being said, we'd like to give a courtesy salute to the teacher, Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yachmatah, dismissed.
Whole life, trying to find something to follow. Had no team, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain, ain't a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed. I didn't even have my heart broke. Living the world, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road, like a sideshow. It ain't a no